On behalf of Morris Murdock Travel and Star Clippers, thank you for joining us today to learn about an incredible and real tingle from head to toe vacation experience of a lifetime. My name is Beth Elwood. I'm the Business Development Director for Star Clippers and your host for an introduction to Star Clippers, modern sailing on tall ships. Having missed family and friends for many months now, today's traveler is even more thoughtful in planning their vacation, desiring to build memories by traveling with loved ones and sharing unique vacation experiences together. Welcome to Star Clippers. As you look at this beautiful image, I'd like you to imagine yourself on the teak deck of a timelessly elegant clipper ship. A warm breeze is blowing softly, and in the background, Vangelis' 1492 Conquest of Paradise is playing as the captain and his crew unfurl 54,000 square feet of sail above you. You begin to tingle from head to toe. And as you sail into the sunset onto tomorrow's next hidden cove, you sigh when you realize this is the most incredible experience I've ever had. Now, won't you please join me aboard Star Clippers for the next 30 seconds? While there is no sound, I know you'll enjoy the ride. You ready to go? I know I am. Star Clippers is authentic sailing, not a typical cruise. An intimate, casual, and relaxing private yacht-like experience on tall ships. Star Clippers vessels are near replicas of the clipper ships from the golden age of sailing in the early 1900s. Our ships have modern accommodations and amenities on board. The primary propulsion of the ship is sailing, not motoring like a typical cruise ship. With an adept captain and crew, the right sails are used to capture the wind, providing an amazing, authentic sailing journey to destinations around the world. There are few adventures more thrilling than sailing aboard a tall ship on the blue seas. Anyone who's experienced it can tell you there's this moment when you feel the wind catching the sails just so, and suddenly you're flying. The powerful sensation of being one with nature takes over and leaves you exhilarated, humbled, and awed all at once. Your Star Clippers journey is not only uniquely different, but it is truly exhilarating, fun, and highly experiential. Ships that hug coastlines, bringing the world up close and personal to our guests. Experience the joie de vivre aboard Star Clippers. Star Clippers builds their itineraries on wind charts so that 80% of the time on average, we're using the sails to propel us from port to port. You don't have to have all of the sails up. You must have the right sails for the wind at hand. Not to worry, if we don't have the right wind or enough wind to keep us on schedule, we will augment with our environmentally friendly engine. With a casual and relaxed onboard ambience, casual attire appropriate for the day in port, at the beach, or on board, and casual resort wear in the evenings. But jackets or ties are never required. You'll enjoy the friendly, personalized service from the entire Star Clippers team, all the way from the captain, his officers, hotel manager, cruise director, and your cabin stewards. Anything you need, service with a smile. You will dine well on board with our international dishes prepared by Star Clippers Michelin-trained chefs. Snacks and all meals are included in your Star Clippers pricing, and always open seating in the Clipper dining room. Exquisite itineraries thoughtfully put together, that combination of destinations worldwide that are on your bucket list, as well as the off the beaten path hidden gems with few or no tourists and certainly no big ships. Hugging coastlines, sailing in marine national park waters, anchoring outside city walls. A journey aboard Star Clippers offers guests a uniquely different way of viewing the world. Intimate, two ships are only 166 guests and only 227 guests on our third ship. Simply said, Star Clippers experience is an intimate, casual and relaxing private yacht-like experience on tall ships. Plenty of outdoor teak deck space to social distance naturally. And in the interior public spaces, again, lots of interior space to relax and enjoy with full views of the sea. Now imagine yourself aboard Royal Clipper, which is what you're viewing here. It's the largest five-masted, fully rigged ship in the world today, and it's a football field and a half long. Or on Star Flyer and Star Clipper, four-masted and fully rigged ships that are a football field long, end zone to end zone. This is a terrific way for me to share an understanding of the largesse of Star Clipper's ships, yet intimate in guest count with only the 166 to 227 guests on board. Unlike typical cruise ships built with shallow hulls and sitting on top of the water, Star Clipper's ships are built as true sailing passenger vessels. The ships sit deep in the water, held down by the keel, with water ballast that stabilize side-by-side motion. The ships move forward and cutting through the water. Imagine yourself in a rocking chair with that gentle forward and backward motion, a very soothing motion to the body. This is the movement you may expect aboard Star Clippers. Able to anchor most anywhere, no need to be in a port with lots of big ships or thousands of people, and away from the main attractions. Star Clippers will either dock and or anchor and bring you very up close to the world you want to see. With an open bridge policy, guests are welcome to partake in the unique sailing activities that we offer, such as climbing the midship mast, as pictured here in the middle of this image, or hanging out in the bowsprit netting at the front of the ship, on this image in the bottom left. Perfect area for watching dolphins frolicking in the ship's wake. Maybe you'd like to take the helm or help the crew to set the sails, or perhaps learn to tie sailor knots. You are welcome to participate or simply sit back and enjoy and watch, but all the time building those memories with your loved ones. In your Star Clippers pricing, we offer complimentary water sports, such as snorkeling, kayaking, paddleboarding, as well as windsurfing and more. On day 2 of your sailing, you'll meet the sports team, and then you'll keep an eye on the daily planner for the scheduled water sports opportunities during your sailing. Who sails with Star Clippers? Our guests are of all ages, that millennial in their mid-20s up to the 80s. Those guests that have that joie de vivre, that adventure in their heart, regardless of their age. Our guests are mobile. They lead outgoing and active types of lifestyles. They're social. They're curious. They like to travel with others. They like to see and learn. That includes families and multi-generational travel. Guests traveling by themselves or with others, but preferring separate accommodations, as well as couples. Our guests celebrate on board, whether it's a momentous birthday, anniversary, maybe it's a retirement. Come and enjoy, relax, and then celebrate with us. Guests having taken river cruises or cruising on all types of cruise ships, small, medium, and large, other vacation experiences cross over and they enjoy the Star Clippers experience because we're intimate, because we're so uniquely different and very experiential. We're also perfect for the non-cruiser, that person that says, I never want to step on board a cruise ship. Well, as I mentioned, we're not a typical cruise. We're an authentic sailing experience, and therefore we may too be perfect for that non-cruiser. By all means, if you're a sailor or a boat enthusiast, you too will love that open bridge policy and enjoy interaction with the crew and the guests on board, taking advantage of the authentic sailing experience that you probably know well. On board is a continental mix of guests, with 80% of our guests who speak English. Additionally, Star Clipper's primary language on board is always English. So again, a very enjoyable experience, mixing and mingling, getting to know similar guests with the same interest as yours, perhaps. And something we're very proud of and something to share with you that over 60% of our guests repeat with us within the first year. I personally have sailed 7 times. I love every moment of the Star Clippers experience, and we know you will too. Let me introduce you to our gorgeous fleet. The Royal Clipper is fully rigged, 5-masted, the largest sailing vessel in the world today, and that is 54,000 square feet of sail. That ship is a football field and a half long, with only 227 guests on board, but very modern in style and feel, although she is the near replica of the Preußen from 1902. Beautiful and modern, as I mentioned, with a 3-deck high atrium, letting in lots of light in the interior of the ship. That is the base of the midship swimming pool, of which we have 3. This ship also has a Captain Nemo spa for massage treatments, for example, as well as a fitness center. Also, what I love to share is that not only do we have the outdoor deck space for a wonderful outdoor experience, but those that would prefer maybe a cooler, more relaxing atmosphere, you don't have to hide in your cabin. You have the opportunity to be in beautiful public areas that have great views of the sea right there. Also, a variety of cabin category opportunities to fit everyone's budget. We have anything from the beautiful owner suites to 14 deluxe suites that actually have private verandas, as well as full picture views. We have deluxe ocean view, and the bulk of our inventory is the standard ocean view. By the way, 2 portholes is ocean view, and that is considered A-OK on a sailing vessel. We also do have triple and quad accommodations, as well as some inside cabins. The 2 original ships in the Star Clippers fleet are a little bit more intimate in being only a football field long, if you will. That is the barkentine style of clipper ship. And these 2 ships are 36,000 square feet of sail, identical sisters with only 83 cabins and the 166 guests, as well as, again, that very nautical, beautiful style and feel with the Clipper dining room, the piano lounge, the tropical bar indoor and outdoors, as well as a library, just like the Royal Clipper. And again, that variety of accommodations from the suites, as well as the bulk of the inventory being standard ocean view with a single porthole, as well as 8 Category 1 deluxe ocean view and some interior cabins as well. Where do we sail? Before I get into that, I'd love you to take a look at this particular image and notice that is the Royal Clipper anchored in this beautiful port. So again, we can be where the big ships aren't, and therefore these itineraries are very rich in gorgeous, wonderful, exquisite, historic places in addition to the popular ports, but yet again, no lines, no crowds. We sail deep in the Caribbean from December through late March annually. 2 ships are in the Caribbean, and they are in the Grenadine Islands, the Windward Islands, round trip from Barbados, Bridgetown, Barbados, and Starflyer alternating from Philipsburg, St. Martin, between the Leeward Islands and the Treasure Islands. So if you're not familiar with these areas, they are much deeper south than that typical eastern, western, or southern itinerary that the big cruise ships often sail. So take a look at the map and get a sense for this is the Yachtsman's Caribbean, again, where you see yachts and fishing boats, and again, very, very few big ships, but lots of room to roam and exquisite scenery, water sports, and enjoyment. Every other week in the Caribbean, you see the 2 ships, Royal Clipper on the right, Starflyer on the left. They actually every other week meet and they race to the next port together. A very unique activity. Our guests love it. You can imagine everybody out on board, actually urging the crew and urging the captain to hurry, capture that wind, and race and beat the other ship to the next port. We're very well known for our Mediterranean itineraries, and we sail a beautiful long season from late April through late October every year. In 2021, we have two ships, and we're happy to share with you in 2020, excuse me, in 2022, we will have three ships sailing the Mediterranean. So in the spring and the fall, the ships that have been in the Caribbean in the winter actually make their transatlantic crossing. We do sell those ocean crossings, so if you'd like lots of days at sea, again, a beautiful sailing experience, ask Morris Murdock Travel about our spring and our fall ocean crossings. But once you get to the Mediterranean, we come in through Spain and Lisbon, the Balearic Islands, and then start to sail our itineraries from Cannes round trip or Cannes to Rome, which include gorgeous stops in Corsica as well as Sardinia along the French and Italian Rivieras. We also have itineraries that sail round trip from Rome or between Rome and Venice or reverse, 7, 10, and 11 nights, and therefore getting that gorgeous Amalfi Coast of Italy combined with Sicily and a very, very rich, beautiful itinerary, as well as in a 10 and 11 nights taking in more, including Montenegro and ports of call in Croatia. So Croatia is another big part of our Mediterranean offerings, whether it's that 7-night itinerary round trip from Venice. And yes, that is the Grand Canal. That is the Royal Clipper in the top right-hand corner. That's a tingle from head to toe for myself on my bucket list, and very close to the main attractions in St. Mark's Square. A beautiful 7-night itinerary truly along the coastline of the Dalmatian coast of Croatia. So bucket list Dubrovnik, but also places like Kirk, Kres, and many, many others. As well as mentioned, there's Kres, Croatia, as well as beautiful Slovenia. Lots of Greek islands, again, very much fan favorites, and 4 unique different itineraries on 2 ships. These will be round trip from Athens, or we combine the Greek islands, again, with Croatia, as well as Montenegro, like we do Italy, Croatia, and Montenegro in those 10 and 11 nights. Bucket list stops such as Santorini and Mykonos, but also, again, ports of call that big ships could not possibly get to, and really allowing you to see more of that Greek heritage and real life and joie de vivre in places like Spetses, Milos, Amorgos, Patmos. Star Clipper sails to almost 30 different locations in the Greek islands with very, very May to September date options to choose from. We also base the Star Clipper currently in Southeast Asia. That includes sailings from Thailand, Phuket, or Koh Samui on either side of the province, including stops in Malaysia, sailing along as well the coastline of Thailand and those marine national park waters, also including either an embarkation or disembarkation in Singapore. Itineraries from Koh Samui, Thailand include Cambodia. We also have itineraries that take in Borneo along the Malaysian coastline from Singapore to Kota Kinabalu or reverse, stopping and overnighting in Kuching, which is where you can see these amazing orangutans. We also sail Indonesia. So in late spring, early summer, we sail from Singapore on a 14-night journey, and the ship comes to Bali Island. And then throughout the summer, we alternate an eastbound and a westbound 7-night itinerary. Beautiful to put back to back if you'd like a 14-night itinerary from Bali, but very much the off the beaten path, cultural immersion opportunities, unique opportunities such as visiting Komodo Island, where the Komodo dragons habitate. Also, Ulandanu temples, the very famous floating temples, the northern side of Bali Island, and of course, throughout Indonesia, what they refer to as the Gili Islands, the small islands. To note on Southeast Asia, the season is all the way through 2021 and through March of 2022. In addition, not only are there great beach locations, there's wonderful opportunities for the water sports throughout Southeast Asia. We also have a certified PADI scuba instructor on board, and for a small fee for certified divers come on board and sail and dive in these particular gorgeous waters. Let me share with you some Star Clippers updates. As mentioned, Star Clippers is open for sale through April of 2023. That's almost unheard of, but we have a brand new digital brochure that Morris Murdock Travel is welcome to share with you. It's a 2-year brochure, again, showing the itineraries that we're sailing in 21 all the way through April 23. So based on when you want to travel and where you want to travel, lots of choice. And we encourage you to dream and actually plan now with many of the great offers that are available. Again, our itineraries are those glorious popular ports around the world, as well as the path less traveled and no big ships. And as mentioned, throughout the Mediterranean, Caribbean, Southeast Asia. Oops, I forgot to mention, we also have some Panama Canal sailings, as well as the spring and fall transatlantic crossings, 6 to 19 nights. So depending on your time frame and your budget, lots to choose from. Also new, and what I mentioned a moment ago, we are moving all 3 ships to the Mediterranean for a glorious long season, late April through late October in 2022. And those itineraries are 7 to 19 nights, including a gorgeous Suez Canal itinerary that includes several Egypt stops and adding back Athens, Istanbul, so Turkey and Greece itineraries at the beginning of the season as well. The farewell to Southeast Asia, as mentioned, we're sailing in Southeast Asia through the end of March of 22, and then the ship will transition and we will begin the season in Europe in summer of 2022. So if Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Cambodia, Borneo, Bali, and Indonesia, anyone or all of those, if they're on your bucket list, now's the time to make your plans with Morris Murdock Travel. As I begin to wrap up today's presentation, I would like to share with you an incredible offer, exclusive travel show offer through Morris Murdock Travel. We are offering a 21% off, that's in reference to 2021, welcoming a new year, an unheard of 21% off the cruise fare, plus a complimentary onboard credit of $150 per cabin. This spectacular offer through Morris Murdock Travel is valid for new individual bookings made with them between February 1st and February 15th, 2021. We have many, many, many select dates across all 3 ships and all of our destinations. It is not combinable with other offers, but I can assure you this is a fabulous deep discount and added value offer with the onboard credit. There are some other restrictions that do apply, and as mentioned, it's across many, many, many select sailings. So I encourage you to continue to dream, plan your vacation experience, and take advantage and enjoy Star Clippers by capturing this incredible offer and taking advantage of the incredible service and extras and information that you would receive from the vacation specialists at Morris Murdock Travel. In closing, we appreciate your time. We appreciate your consideration. Thank you for joining us today. And again, please take advantage of the incredible vacation specialists at Morris Murdock Travel, reachable at this toll-free number, and sail away. Come sail away and enjoy. Thank you so much.